Show. The NBA season is in high gear, and we are so glad to have you here with us on 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson. My companions are Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. In a few moments, we'll be sending you out to Miami as the Heat go up against the New Orleans Pelicans. And for New Orleans, they went 2-0 against this team last season, looking to continue that string of victories tonight. All right, guys, topic of the day. There was a stat that came out that was really interesting. Until last season, every NBA Finals in the last 15 years included either Duncan, Kobe, or Wade. Kenny, do you think Wade's impact on the NBA has gone underrated?
I think it has. I would say that I can't name 3 two guards in the history of the game that have a better career than him. I don't think I can name more than 3. Jerry West, Michael Jordan. That's about it. I'm not sure.
You know, above all else, Wade has won titles.
Kobe.
And he's done it in a number of roles with a number of rosters. He's a unique player, and over the last decade and a half, I have to agree with you, Kenny.
But those are the 3.
Yeah,
Kobe,
I agree with you.
Kobe, Jordan, and West. Everyone else can't say they had a better career. Maybe it's equal, but not better.
That's a good one to consider, good one to chew on. Time now for tip-off. We send it over to Kevin Harlan for the call.
It's game time here in Miami as the crowds at the American Airlines Arena look to cheer on the hometown Heat. This game is part of the travel schedule for New Orleans. This game's going to be a challenge for them. Facing one of the top-tier teams in the league, they'll have to be at their best to steal a win here.
And, you know, for the Pelicans, they haven't gotten anything to go their way here early on. What do they have to do to turn this thing around?
Well, Greg, I think the most important thing is they've got to start playing as a team instead of a bunch of solos.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. So for New Orleans right now, Evans and Gordon are the guard set. Alexis Ajinça is out there with Davis, and it's G in at the 3. And stolen by Gordon. Passes to G. Pass to Ajinça. 11 feet out, and he hits it. Ajinça's got the first points up on the board for the Pelicans.
Well, I think it's been said about 1,000 times now how Coach Spoelstra started as a video coordinator with the Heat, but he's been with the organization for so long, they are starting to become synonymous.
About a minute played so far here in the first. Right now we're going to go to Doris Burke, who spoke with head coach Eric Spoelstra. What'd you find out, Doris?
One player who's really on his mind in this matchup is Eric Gordon. He said of Gordon, he can shoot with deep range and has the strength and explosiveness to go by you if you overcommit and finish or get himself to the line. So he's just an underrated scorer in this league, and it's going to take a total team effort to slow him down. Kevin, we'll see how they do.
And thanks for that story, Doris. Here's Wade after Eric Gordon's bucket. And plenty of contact on the shot. So, 2 free throws coming up. And Hassan Whiteside of Miami had the breakout year of all breakout years. Clark, he blew up in the right way last season. Averaged a double-double over 48 games.
Yeah, it's great to see for Whiteside because he did have some issues prior to the breakout year. And it's nice to see him find his stride and produce with that awesome talent he has.
And talking about Whiteside, he isn't completely out of the woods yet. I mean, after a couple of ejections last season, his teammates publicly condemned his actions. They questioned his maturity, challenged him to be more reliable, and for the most part, he was after those incidents.
And both free throws good from Whiteside.
And you know, the thing about Whiteside, guys, when he's right, he's an unbelievable game changer. Second in the league in block shots last season. Also posted the second best field goal percentage. The guy can play if he keeps his head squarely on his neck.
Here's Gordon. The shot will not go. Excellent D from Wade. And here we go. Fast break. Wade's got it. And Dragic gets it to go on the assist by Wade. Dragic has got his first basket.
And that's how the coach would draw it up on the fast break from start to finish.
Yeah, and what a finish it was, guys. Really nicely done.
Here's G. Evans kicks to Gordon. Davis sets a screen. Clock at 6. And it's Gordon penetrating. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so we will go to the line. A three-point play chance here.
And you know, guys, Eric Gordon was an unbelievable three-point shooter last season. 45% from behind the arc. The first time he's been over 40% in his career.
You know, we were talking about Eric Gordon, who's always had great range, but not always the great shot selection.
You know, and that's a great point because, you know, we see now that he's starting to mature, starting to value every possession. And that's good news for the rest of that team. I tell you what, guys, it's going to be a tough day on this defense. He's got the A-game rolling tonight.
Evans dishes to Gordon. He gets to Ajinça. Pass to Evans. Rebound by the Heat. They are coming off that win against Atlanta.
And Kevin, you know, they showed how important it is to have a strong bench. I mean, when you are on the road, that depth is vital. I think they really utilized the second unit to extend their offensive assault and just really wore down their opponent.
And, guys, I think what you saw from them throughout the game was teamwork. This is a team. Regardless of who was out there on the floor at any given time, they got it done. And that has to make you feel good as a team. They're off and running. Good start here. They've knocked down 4 of their first 5.
For New Orleans, their last game, a loss to the Trailblazers in Portland.
They played well enough to win that game. It really could have gone either way.
Yeah, you've got to play the entire 4 quarters. I mean, they played well for 3.5 quarters, and that's just not enough. You can't expect to win if you don't play a full game.
Now, here's Wade. As you can see from his numbers, he's been a key component in their offense. He's averaging almost 18 points a game. Now here's Evans after Dwayne Wade's miss. Outside Gordon. No good. And Miami the other way now. Wade passes to Dragic. With the floater, and it's denied. But they get it back. Wade kicks to Dragic. Second shot opportunity. Here's Whiteside. The shot is off. Great D that time from Davis. Evans dishes to Ajinça, and he gets it to go.
And really just led him to his sweet spot for that finish.
The Heat with the lead. Dragic with it. He picked up 12 points in their last win against Atlanta.
Yeah, but he was also a force on the defensive side. 2 block shots and also altered a ton of shots.
3-on-3. Here's G. And he converts the layup.
Both teams trading punches back and forth. This thing's like a heavyweight fight.
The momentum swings really impossible to keep track of. The energy in the building just keeps going back and forth, ebbing and flowing. I'm loving it. Really unfortunate for Eric Gordon that the assortment of injuries have really derailed his career. A few years back, he looked like he'd be an absolute star. Once a 22 points a game score, was down to 13 a game last season. tough league like the NBA, here's where Miami sits right now in the league ranking. First in blocks, second in opponent points per game. They are ranked third in limiting opponent field goal shooting. That's always an impressive number. Anytime you're in the top 3 in that category, you're doing work.
And going back to that top ranking in terms of block shots, for me, it's been pure dominance. Defensively, they have such great presence around the rim, and at times, that gets in your head.
Yeah, on the topic of Eric Gordon, one would think he's still young and talented enough to be a difference maker with any team. He just has to stay healthy. That really is the bottom line. He's got to keep his health.
Kevin, the truth is, though he's had a number of injuries, they've all been different. It isn't one chronic thing. So with a little good luck, we could see him shine once more.
And so it's New Orleans with it. The Heat getting the bucket. Davis kicks to Gordon. Here's G. He's covered by Dang. A floater, and Whiteside sends it back.
Tell you what, they haven't wasted any time getting into the swing of things on the boards.
And even this early, that's a good omen for the rest of the game.
Now here's Dang. Turned in an outstanding game against Atlanta. And here's Evans. The feed to Gordon. The pass to G. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. Evans kicks to Davis. Ashik the screen for Davis. Screen by Ashik. Knocked away. Stolen by Bosch. In transition, here comes Miami. Dragic has got the ball.
2 shots, John. That's his first personal foul.
And it was a very public falling out between Goran Dragic and the Suns front office. That was a real tense few weeks there before ultimately he was traded.
And, of course, Dragic was traded to Miami last season, said he felt betrayed by the Suns front office, which spurred him wanting out of Phoenix and to South Florida.
Yeah, you know what? We'll never know the whole truth about that situation, but Dragic said they told him one thing with personnel and did something else.
Both good from the line that time. And one of Goran Dragic's greatest traits, Greg, excelling in the open court. High energy point guard, a lot like you, speed to burn, very smart guy, coveted by many.
He really is. And Kevin, he transitions from defense to offense as quickly as anyone in the league, a la Tony Parker, except he's also equally adept at facilitating for others and spotting up for the three, or just taking it to the rack himself.
Here's Dragic following the score by New Orleans. To the middle, Nick Roberts, the pass to Bosch, and Ashik sends it back. Wow!
They've come out with a take-no-prisoners approach on the glass today.
Yeah, and it's already got them a +5 margin in the rebound column.
Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
Yeah, high percentage shots are what they are getting in terms of the attempts, and that's just not going to get it done. They've got to figure it out.
And, you know, back to Goran Dragic, many of his transition opportunities start with his aggressive defense. Very active with his hands, has the instincts to jump passing lanes, the long arms, to pick off passes. Suddenly, when he gets a steal, he's off and running.
Now, here's Dragic following the shot by Drew Holiday. It's blocked. Here's Cole. And right now, he's averaging about 7 points a game. Outside Dragic. Dishes it to Winslow. There's 1:47 left in the first quarter. And that one's good.
Justice
Winslow got his first points of the night.
And talking about Goran Dragic, the one thing he has to be careful with is being over-aggressive on deep. Reaching for steals makes you susceptible to blow-bys and escape dribbles, and that can lead to uncontested layups and dunks for your opponent.
Here's Ashik. Justice Winslow picking up that last bucket. Cunningham gets the bucket.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
Guys, you want to talk about one tough guy? How about the Turkish hammer, Ashik?
Tremendous rebound. A space eater in the paint so long.
That's a great way to describe it, Kevin. Last year he finished 4th in the league in rebounds per minute. Plus he's always lurking as a shot blocker.
He is. Most coaches will tell you you need scoring in the paint to be successful. And here are some big men around the league that have been providing plenty of that over the last month. You look at Davis, 3rd in the league. He typically dominates out there. He can seemingly score at will. And, of course, Ryan Anderson doing even more.
That's as scary a collection of big men as you'd want to see. I mean, game planning for any of them is a challenge because you know how much defensive attention you're going to have to devote to them.
Yet, no matter how much attention they're getting, they're still going to get their points. I mean, opponents just have to keep fresh legs out there and try to limit the damage and make them work for whatever points they do get. Now, here is Holiday. We saw him with 19 points his last outing. He dishes it to Anderson. There's the pick. Outside Holiday. 5 on the clock. Oshick with it. And Bosch picks him up defensively. Cunningham's shot is off. The Heat with the lead. We've got 33 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Bosch, the screen. Now Udrih. Jacks up a 3. Shot is off. And Holiday kicks to Cole. Screen by Oshick. Anderson outside. Shoots it up. And he didn't get quite enough under that one. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. It's the Heat. They lead by 1. Back after this from the American Airlines Arena. Chance to hear from Chris Bosh about what it meant to him to become an NBA player, the fulfillment of a lifelong dream.
I was obsessed with the NBA as a kid, and just like I would have died to get in that locker room, you know. So I always have a moment just sitting around and, you know, just not taking things for granted and really taking everything in. And, you know, I couldn't have written the script any better.
What a great cut from Chris Bosh. That's the kind of guy you can't help, Greg, but love for his attitude and ability to be, you know, in touch with that kid he once was. I know you played the same way. Chris Bosh is living the dream like you did and loving it.
That's a great point, Kevin. And I think most of the guys in the league feel that same way. I mean, they may not be able to say it or articulate it as smoothly as Chris does, sure. but inside every NBA player is a kid who's still thrilled to wear the uniform and play the game they love.
And off we go at postgame, now starting the second quarter. And let's quickly break down the game we've been
See it from the Heat, guys.
You know what? They're dominating on the backboards. They have controlled the paint thus far.
Flexing their muscles down low, and they've limited second chances, too, guys.
On the court right now, second quarter for the Pelicans. The big men are Anderson and Davis. Evans and Gordon are the guard set, and it's G in at the small forward. Well, Greg, after a run of 10 playoff trips in 11 years, the Miami Heat missing the postseason last year, they'd end up at the 8th spot.
What's hard for the Heat, Kevin, is that they were in the playoffs.
I'm serious. I didn't want to go, but I had the best time. Like, I see his sister.
Out of that top 8.
Miami with the ball.
I see
Following
his
the score by New Orleans.
grandma, my uncles, my aunts. I'm going to a...
Feeds to Evans. Inside, Davis.
Yeah, I had a good time.
And the go-ahead bucket, no good.
And
You know, guys, for the greater part of last season, it appears as though the Heat were playoff bound. Even with the players they lost, most figured they would be playing postseason basketball.
And it's Wade penetrating.
oh, my grandma.
Oh, Maestro,
You
you're
see,
so good.
if you wouldn't have
They
been,
always
you would
lead
be
passes.
invited. See, I was already invited to Atlanta.
Evans dishes to Gordon.
I was invited to Atlanta last year.
Trying to find Davis. He's
Forgot all
got
about it.
Yes, and a nice assist from Evans. Davis has got 4 points this quarter.
My sister just
And one reason why the Heat did come up short in their playoff aspirations, they were very poor against other teams in the playoffs. Only went 15-31 against teams that had
I
made
woke up.
it into the
I almost fell off the bed.
last year.
That's why I woke
Now,
up.
here's Wade.
I was about to kill myself. So I was about to check. We
Concentration to hit the double clutch layup. Wade's got 6.
Guys, that time you went for the fancy finish for us there, man. That was sweet.
I didn't even know. I didn't even know you was Brock. I'm trying to talk about
Thanks, Kevin. Alvin Gentry had some words for his team over that last break. He said their plan was run their offense through Anthony Davis. When Coach addressed the guys in the huddle, his message was clear. Quote, he's who we want getting the bulk of the touches. He is who we want making our decisions. Guys, they're clearly hoping those changes have an effect even before this game makes it to halftime. Kevin?
Thanks a lot, Doris. Ajinça kicks to G.
so much.
Evans outside. Davis with a screen on Dragic. That's good, and the Heat lead has got to just 1 point on the basket from Evans.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of him.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg. If that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
And that's a foul called an Alexis Ajinça. That's foul number 2 for him.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Yeah, but in this case, I think he got it right. I mean, the defender was still moving there and never really had good legal guarding position. He wasn't set.
Quarter number 2, around 3 minutes gone by.
I don't want to go to school.
Wade against
But
Gordon.
it's trials.
6 to shoot. Dragic dishes to Green. And that's good. And it's Dragic with the assist. Dragic has got his 3rd assist on the night. And for Gerald Green, another productive year last season coming off the bench. Though it was a smaller role, a small step back from the season before, when he started over half the games for the Suns.
Well, there was a log jam in Phoenix at the wing position last season. He certainly matured, though, as he never complained about not starting, just went out and did his job.
Dragic kicks to Dan. And
Right now, they've got that field goal percentage up in the low 50s.
Putting it together offensively, looking to build some more momentum.
Gordon the pass to Davis. He feeds it to G. Evans outside.
You used to call me a ride.
Teardrop shot. Lets it go from 11. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Ajinça's got 8.
Give credit where credit is due right there. A terrific assist.
Kicks to Wade.
Yo, tell me why, right?
Finish to Dang.
Dynamite. Tell me why when I was at the party last night, I came in, like,
Fires from deep. And the foul called
There it
on
is.
Whiteside.
Nice blow
That's
here.
his first foul.
Puerto Rican.
Here's Smith. He's checking in for the Pelicans.
Blue eyes, right? Blue eyes. She was thick. She had a fat butt and big teeth, and she was cute as fuck. Tell me when I was checking her out, and I walked up to her and I was like, "Yo, can I get your phone number?" Like, she gave me a phone number, and then my grandma walked up to me and was like, "Oh, Tajay, you talking to your sister?" I was like, "Oh no!"
Evans left side, and lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot two.
And guys, Tyreek Evans is so versatile. Great instincts, well-developed skill set. He can beat you every way you turn.
And back to Tyreek Evans. He's a big, muscular guy for a wing. That 7-foot wingspan, that arm span we've all admired and read so much about. Too strong for off guards. Too quick for small forwards. He's kind of got a ubiquitous position.
He does. And, Kevin, you know, it's funny. A lot of people have tried to place him in a box in terms of position. Instead of just saying he's a basketball player, the guy's strong. He's got tremendous physical attributes. Combine that with the ball handling and his confidence, and it gives you an interesting mix. I mean, he's one of the more unique, multifaceted guys we have in our league.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Last season was possibly the best of Tyreek Evans' career, at least since his unbelievable rookie campaign.
Yeah, and Kev, a lot of that has to do with his injury history. I mean, last year he played in 79 games. That's the most of his career. So you can say it's probably the healthiest season he's had since he was a rookie.
Chris Bosh is checked in for Miami. Good ball movement here by Miami. No good from Wade.
You know, back to Tyreek Evans last year, he had a big jump in three-point percentage. He was also up in assists, rebounds. Really did a lot of good things. The only bad news, he was also up in turnovers.
Offensive rebound. Davis and Whiteside sends it back. Out of bounds. Pelicans ball as New Orleans keeps possession. A different look for Miami. Josh McRoberts comes in for Hassan Whiteside. And Winslow subbed in for Dwayne Wade. Cunningham, he's checked in for New Orleans. Evans dishes to Cunningham. Davis kicks to Evans. Passes it to Smith. Shot clock at 5. Davis with a screen on Bosh. Here's Smith. Chance there to take the lead. Missing.
And talking about Tyreek Evans, you really hope he can build on what he did last year. He has too much talent to waste on inconsistency. Time for him to just step up here in the prime of his career.
Now here's Dang. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 2.5 points a game. And he gets the bucket.
Their third three-pointer in a row.
Adjustment time for these guys. The defense has to make some adjustment here.
Smith the pass to Ajinça. Davis sets a screen. Shot off the pick. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. Davis has got 6.
He's really starting to ramp it up now, getting involved in the offense here after being held without a point in the first.
The Pelicans have gone 6 of 11 from the floor. Over 50% shooting here in the second quarter. Smith kicks to Ajinça. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. Ajinça's got the game tied up here for the Pelicans. Miami's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. Pass to McRoberts. He kicks it to Winslow. Lock at 6. Outside Dragic. Dang for three. And again, Miami with the triple.
Boy, I really love the way Dragic spreads that ball around.
Pelicans trail by 3. Evans dishes to Smith. Pass to Ajinça. Evans outside. And the pass to Davis. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. It's on Chris Bosh.
That's his first personal foul.
Whether you call him the brow or ant or the future, Anthony Davis made the leap in year 3 to franchise superstar. I mean, still, though, he remains humble, determined to improve, and dedicated to maximizing his immense potential.
And his former coach, Monty Williams, played with some greats. Tim Duncan, David Robinson, Patrick Ewing. He says he sees that same desire to dominate in Anthony Davis.
Yeah, he wants to be great and doesn't see himself as a finished product, which is a good thing. That means he's going to continue to stay humble and hungry and put the work in.
And he's good on the second. You look at what Anthony Davis has accomplished so far in his career, the historic comparisons. I mean, they're mind-boggling. For a kid 23, Greg, the historic comparisons are very favorable for him.
I mean, he's been compared to a young KG and Duncan quite often. But in his first few seasons, his numbers look the most similar to Hakeem the Dream. And that's about as good a company as you can get.
Chris Bosh.
You know, and the funny thing about Davis having similar numbers to Hakeem, he came very close last season in putting up a quadruple-double. Hakeem was one of only 4 people to ever accomplish that.
And that one misses.
You know, Davis might get a quadruple-double at some point. Last season, he had 30 points, 10 rebounds, and 5 blocks on 4 different occasions. The rest of the NBA had a combined 0 in that category.
New Orleans making a switch here. Anderson's checked in. And the second free throw, good. Well, a scary moment for Chris Bosh last year. Had to be shut down, Greg, as we all know, for the season after a blood clot was found in his lung.
You know, and Kevin, it really puts basketball in perspective. I mean, it happened right after the trade deadline, and obviously a huge blow to the Heat in terms of their push for the postseason. But fortunately, it looks like he's going to make a full recovery and have a huge impact this season.
Here is Cunningham. He averages about 5 points a game. Over in the corner, Cole. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. Cole's got 5 points so far.
Just a little confusion among the D as to who was supposed to be on it.
You know, the Heat never really came back after losing Bosh. His presence on both ends of the floor is hard to replace, and they missed him a bunch.
Now Holiday following the miss by Chris Bosh from deep. The feed to Anderson. And he makes good on the layup. Anderson's got the lead up to 2 now for the Pelicans.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
No good from Dragic.
Hey, guys, I know I speak for everybody. Glad to see Chris Bosh back out on the floor. I mean, blood clots can be a very scary thing for anyone. And I think everyone is happy he's been able to make a full recovery.
.56 seconds left to play here in the half. Taken away by Holiday. Oh, and here comes Holiday all alone. Drops in the breakaway layup. Now it's a 4-point Pelican lead.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Now here's Dragic. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 11 points a game.
And offensively, they've gotten stuck on the perimeter, falling in love with the jumper.
And maybe shying away from contact a bit too, Greg. I mean, their free throw attempts are also down from the first quarter.
Here's Cole. Here's Hushik. And at last, they get one to fall. And the Pelicans lead by 6. Outside Dragic. Dishes it to Bosh. With the fadeaway. And that's good. And it's Dragic with the assist. Dragic has got 6 assists in the game. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that has been very close so far. Pelicans lead by 4. And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Kevin, I've got Coach Eric Spoelstra here with me. And, Coach, what are the things you're seeing so far in this game that you'd like to change going forward?
It starts with getting some stops. We've got to play off some misses, and we can't let them force us into 1 or 0 pass possessions. We've got to move the ball when we're in the half court, help each other with that, but we'd like to get some more in the open.
Eric, thank you so much. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, Doris, and we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Ernie Johnson along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. A competitive matchup for New Orleans in the first quarter. Some good action during the period, as it was just a 1-point game at the end of one. They had a nice burst of energy once they got to the second quarter and ended the half holding on to a 4-point lead. Kenny, your thoughts? How the Pelicans are playing?
Well, they called the right plays, and then they executed. Great job in the first half. That's why they were so efficient, and they shot so accurately. The defense threw a number of different looks at them, but they were always prepared because they were cool, calm, and efficient.
And over to Shaq. What'd you think about Miami?
Well, they had a strong perimeter game. See, Ernie, when this team executes from long range, those weapons spread out of defense. Coming out of the second half, if those shooters are hot, they got a great chance to take control of this game.
And now, folks, it's just about time for the third quarter to begin. We will see you after the final buzzer.
Okay, Miami, now coming on the court. Here we go, the start of the third quarter. Welcoming you back in a closely contested first half so far.
Take a look at what Agensa's done. He's got 10 points, and he has sent a bunch of shots in reverse.
And because of that, there's now a major intimidation factor working in their favor.
Pelicans leading by 4. Dang and Bosh, your small and power forwards. Dragic is joined in the backcourt by Wade, and it's Whiteside in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the group on the floor for Miami. And it's Agensa missing.
Good pick, but he just couldn't make it count.
Yeah, nice job of setting the screen by his teammate there. And I'm sure he appreciated it.
Now here's Dragic. To the middle. Here's Whiteside. It's deflected. Evans against Dragic. Evans outside. To the inside. And stolen by Whiteside. Up top, Dragic. Outside, Bosh. That doesn't go either for Bosh.
And even though he missed that, you have to take those shots when you get the opportunity.
Exactly. They don't come much better or easier than that.
Now here's Davis. He has 7. Evans. Good D by Wade. Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
Here's Dragic. Good. Dragic has got the first basket of the second half here for Miami.
It makes up for a lack of speed with just tremendous effort and hustle on that play.
Gordon, the pass to Davis. Davis setting the pick for Evans. Trying to find Davis. He's got it now. A timely screen gave him a step, and he took it all the way.
And with the way the Warriors went last year, you knew that Alvin Gentry would be in demand. Was the architect behind the Warriors offense, is one of the best offensive minds in our league.
And it's Wade penetrating. Here's Whiteside. That falls. Nice speed that time from Dwayne Wade. Wade's got 3 assists now in this one. New Orleans in the lead. Outside Gordon. Davis sends a screen. Gordon kicks to Evans. He dishes it to Davis. Gets it to drop, and now he's shooting at a 5 for 8 clip. And with Gentry, his offensive prowess can't be understated, Greg. His peers joke and say he can drop an open look for a corpse. I don't know about that, Clark, but we know he's talented. He's got a great offensive mind.
And you know that's right. And with this Pelicans team, he has plenty of firepower to work with, too.
Oh, he does. You're right. And what a tough position Luol Deng found himself in last year in a small forward swap of sorts. LeBron James goes from Miami to Cleveland. Deng goes from Cleveland to Miami. He had his choice. There was Atlanta that was in the mix there too. But he goes to the Miami Heat. He's bounced around a little bit, but still a very big talent.
He is. You know, he kind of likes following legends. Remember, Scottie Pippen was that great small forward in Chicago, and Luol Deng was the next heir apparent. So he seemed to be pretty comfortable stepping into LeBron's role. Unfortunately, not able to deliver at the same level. And let's face it, the problem is you can't make up for losing the best player in the game, and that's the case here in Miami for Luol.
Green, he's checked in for Miami. So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe.
And, you know, getting back to Luol Deng, he wasn't entirely pleased with his new role. He's been a knockdown mid-range shooter throughout his career, but last year he was asked to shoot corner threes and volume, and that's not his game.
Gordon against Wade. And it's Bosh at the elbow. Shot's good on the assist by Wade. And that's now 7 points for Chris Bosh. New Orleans leading by 3.
And back to Luol Deng. I mean, he started last season pretty strong. I mean, Deng was actually healthier than LeBron at the beginning of the year, but the tables turned around midseason. Deng became hobbled with that knee, and LeBron returned to his old dominant self. And as we know, one of the best in the business at blocking shots from that off-guard position. Hard to think of a guard who has had as many swats as Dwayne Wade in the past couple decades. One of the best ever.
Gentry had some words for his team over that last break. He said their plan was run their offense through Anthony Davis. Coach asked him directly to take the reins of their offense. He wants him to have a huge impact at that end of the floor for the rest of this game. There's still plenty of basketball left to play, and as we watch how these adjustments play out, Cav, it'll be interesting.
Thank you, Doris. Here's Ajinça, and he banks in the layup. Ajinça's got 4 this quarter. Greg, you're talking about Wade on the blocks. Last season, he climbed up to 6th all-time in blocks caught by an NBA guard.
Amazing. Actually has the most blocks of any player who is his height or shorter in NBA history. Even with his explosiveness waning, his timing and savvy allow him to still be effective blocking shots.
And he gets it to go. And it's a 7-point Pelican lead.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
That's not the kind of streak you want to be part of defensively. Tighten it up, fellas.
Now here's Bosh. Anthony Davis grabs the miss. Davis has got his 3rd rebound tonight.
And not a night he's going to want to remember. Just not really able to score the basketball.
G dishes to Evans. And it's sent back by Bosh. Wade outside. And it's blocked. And it's out of bounds to the Heat as Miami retains possession. The Heat making a switch here. Udrich is checked back in. And the Pelicans making a change here as well. Ish Smith, he's checked in for Tyreke Evans. New Orleans on D. The drive by Green. Count the bucket. Green's got 11 points.
He's doing his best to carry him, fellas, but he can only do so much. Things would be different for them if he was getting a little more help.
Some nice passing here by New Orleans. Davis with a screen on Wade. Davis sets a screen. Here's Smith. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
And now we get a moment to see the numbers for Whiteside. First in blocks. Second in field goal percentage. And he's an elite glass eater. A factor inside among the top 10 in rebounds per game.
Boy, and he's been a human highlight reel all season. Clearly the best shot blocker in the game right now.
All right, now, take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw missing.
You know, as the season wore on, guys, the Pelicans became a matchup that nobody wanted to see. Very tough against teams and had very few weaknesses, too.
Ryan Anderson, he's checked in for Alexis Aginsa. And he sinks the second. Well, for the Pelicans last season, they were a tough matchup. The defense was one thing, but their mentality, the way they fought through the game was fantastic.
Yeah, and Kevin, you look at their record against other playoff teams, and it stacks up well. I mean, they made the playoffs by never thinking they were at a disadvantage on the floor. And having that kind of confidence in a young team, that only really speaks for a positive moving forward.
Pelicans leading by 4. Smith, the pass to Gordon. Feeds to Davis.
What's the news?
It's stolen by Wade. Oh, and a fast break.
McHale coming after
Here's
me.
Green. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
Why?
Now we get a chance to check out the standings out east already. We are in December.
She's
you look
still
at
in
the
my...
Cavaliers. They
You
like
told
where they
her?
stand right now, perched in that topmost position.
Well,
And
why
of
she
course,
in
there's
there?
the Heat. They're in the 4th position.
And I think for Miami, they've started the season on a high note. We thought it may take a while for them to kind of find their groove, but it doesn't look like they're going anywhere here or any concerns about growing pains.
What did I do?
No, I agree with
She
you. I mean,
heard me
their game
talking.
and their style is already fully developed. They look rock solid to me.
Free throw drops for Green.
And guys, Gerald Green looked to be out
Well,
of
that's
the
not my
NBA
fault.
at one point
You
in
asked,
his
all
career,
I said
but
was,
since coming back from Russia,
all I did was
he has
repeat what somebody told
completely
me.
reembedded himself as a player.
Catching up on the changes with Miami. Josh McRoberts has checked in for Dan.
She could be after
And
me.
Winslow subbed in for Dwayne Wade. And both free throws
I'm gonna hurt her.
for Green.
You dumb. Can you do
And
something
for
for
Gerald
me?
Green and him reinventing himself, really.
All right, so
was just known as a dunker before heading
can
overseas.
you go on my
Kevin, he
Instagram
came
real
back
quick?
with a better shot and a better understanding of how to win as a
Can you log
player.
in for me?
Strange to think that there
I don't
was a
have my
time that he couldn't
iPhone.
find a way onto an NBA roster.
Here's Udrich. He's guarded by Davis. Winslow kicks to Green. 6 to shoot for the lead. And it's Winslow. That time the lead is by Green. And it's 8 points here for Justice Winslow. The Pelicans have gone 5 of 9 on field goal attempts since halftime. Davis sets a screen. Out to Smith. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. Chance now to check out the NBA's most efficient scorers. Second is Hassan Whiteside.
And just so reliable offensively. It's one thing to find good looks, but you've got to finish when you get them, and he does at a fantastic rate.
Okay.
That one is off. A lot's been made of the Heat fans in the past for walking out during the finals game where they looked to be out of it. But credit, the Miami Heat fans, Greg, with last year sticking with this team.
Yeah, and in all fairness, I would have walked out as well because I thought it was over. But with LeBron out of town, a lot of Heat fans could have jumped off the bandwagon. But you know what? They stayed with it. So although the weather is fair, the fans are not.
Oh, well said.
Thank you.
He hits the second from the line.
And, for the Heat, despite the struggles, they still sold out every game here last season. They were among the top teams in the league in total attendance.
Now here's Green. 13 points in the game. Udrich dishes to Whiteside. Baseline J on the way. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Whiteside's got 6 points in the quarter.
And you know what? He's shaking off the cold shooting performance from the first half. And really, they showed up in force, even as the Heat fell to the back of the pack. The Heat only 20-21 last year at American Airlines Arena, but the fans love them all the same.
Udrich, the pass to Winslow. Here is Nick Roberts, defended by Anderson. And there's the whistle, fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
That's his first personal
And one
foul.
thing we know about Justice Winslow, he is great on the big stage. He was amazing in the tournament for Duke a season ago. Got better and better as he helped his school capture the national championship.
With Winslow, it's all about improvement and being great on the big stage. I think he can do that, Greg. You talked about, what he did in the national championship run. Clark, he was a fantastic foundation to begin with.
Yeah, you know what? He's not got many holes in his game. Solid at the defensive end, can score a lot of ways, puts his hands on winning at both ends of the floor.
Cole's checked in for the Pelicans. And he's good on the second.
And last season, the Pelicans made it into the playoffs. I mean, could have had an easier road to get there if they were stronger against the Eastern Conference.
It's hauled in by the Heat. Whiteside's got his 5th rebound in this one. And the foul on Drew Holiday. That is his first foul of the game. And the Pelicans were solid against the East, Clark. 16 and 14. But as Greg was just saying, a lot of games left on the table for him.
Well, they have the lowest win total against the East of any Western playoff team. Really, the Pelicans were lucky to get in, given how many games they gave away against the East.
Green, the screen. Winslow, wide open.
Maybe do a play to a page
from
my
outside
round,
here in the second half that they did in the first. So it might make sense to look at going inside a little more this half.
There's a screen. There's Green with the 3, and he gets it to go. Green's got 16.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
And that's key to this run. Passing it with purpose. The D hasn't been able to keep up.
Now here's Anderson. As you can see from his numbers, he's been a key component in their offense. He's averaging almost 18 points a game.
You racist ass bastard. I'm white. It's like, no. Grandpa,
his 3rd bucket of the night.
Did y'all leave me any food? I'm hungry. I'm gonna go downstairs.
Much attention to him on that.
And is it? Wait, hold up.
Green against Holiday.
Oh, is it the one in the microwave?
Oh, and here comes Anderson all alone, and he gets it to go.
Yeah, it's 2 pieces of bacon on this. Ooh, thank you. Bye. Dude, my grandpa and my grandma just gave me the best breakfast.
He misses that one, drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. Well, you look back at the 2015.
Yo, Don, they gave me, right, I got grits, I got an omelet, I got sausage. I got sausage and bacon.
Blood clot on his lung and on and on.
Oh my God. I'm about to go upstairs, finish this My GM game, and then go watch the Eagles.
If you take any star off of teams, things are going to get different.
Yo, I'm a slick kid. My aunt called me.
To stay competitive once Bosch went out.
I was supposed to go to the Eagles game today, I think.
And it's Dragic.
Was it a home game?
And the Pelicans also making a change. Evans is checked in.
Supposed to go.
And so he makes both from the line.
You know, Bosch was the big injury hit Heat, but they had a lot of other injuries as well. I mean, had to use 31 different starting lineups last season, and 20 different players started at least one game.
Now here's Evans. They know he's going to give him a lift with his scoring. He's averaging 16 points a game.
Yeah, that's asking a lot from that defender.
Yeah, it certainly is. I mean, he just doesn't have the size to really be effective in that kind of matchup.
Winslow, his pass was put in just the right spot. Winslow's got 13 points.
And injuries are something that you can't plan for, but you can prepare for them. And hopefully the Heat can avoid injury woes this season. If they can, they at least have players who have been through that struggle last year.
Shot clock at 6. The wide open look here for Holiday. The basket good off the assist from Evans. Evans has got his 8th assist here tonight. Now here's Dragic. 6 points for him. Bosch kicks to Green. There's the screen. Back to Bosch. He feeds it to Winslow. Puts it up from 7. Evans with the rebound.
Not pretty. You just got to shake off a miss like that.
And it's sent back by Bosch. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Heat out front. They lead by 1. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on 2K Sports. Set to start the action up here in the 4th quarter. If it's anything like the first 3, we should be in for a treat. Miami's gone 6 of 11 when they're taking the 3-point shot tonight. Very respectable on the court for the Pelicans. Getting the 4th quarter going. Evans and Gordon are the guard set. Anthony Davis is out there with Alexis Ajinça. And it's G in at the 3 spot. Now, here's Ajinça to take the lead, and Davis leaves it in. Davis has got the 4th quarter started here with a bucket for New Orleans. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Pelicans.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
Yeah, I think you also have to give them a lot of credit for how well they've risen up to meet shooters to challenge shots in this game. A lot of blocked shots tonight.
Dang can't get it to go.
Well, there was no hand in his face right there. I thought for sure he was going to knock that down.
G dishes to Ajinça. Pulls up on the wing. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
New Orleans moving the ball around. A few possessions into the 4th quarter. Just over a minute played. Davis sets a screen. A second chance effort. Miami grabs the miss.
The defense better not make a habit of giving him that shot. I mean, he doesn't miss many of them.
Winslow kicks to Dang. Wade against Davis. Here's the screen. There's the dish to Dragic. Off target with his 3. For New Orleans, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the 4th quarter. Offensive rebound. Davis. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line.
Oh, shoot. So guess what the crazy thing happened to me last night?
1 steal. I tell you what, he's made his mark on this game in so many ways.
I walk into the party,
and he would have stood out.
And I see this sexy girl, the sexy, light-skinned Puerto Rican girl with nice blue eyes, flowy hair, a big butt and big ass titties, right?
Right side's checked in for
so I asked my uncle. My uncle to say he older than me. He 14. So, cause you know how, cause my dad and then Dom, who's in the room? You sure?
Good on both. Last year, the Pelicans, Greg, pushed their way into the postseason. It was a neck-and-neck battle for
Well, so as my uncle, he older than me, he's 14. Maybe playing like hockey, have an uncle that's 14. Well, my grandmom had a son, and my dad, yes, the brother. So I'm like, yo, I'm like, how old is she? And he was like, oh, she's 13. I was like, okay. So I woke up to her, and I pulled out my phone, and I was like, yo, can I get your number? So she gave me her number. And then while I'm sitting there talking to her, my grandma walked up to me, and she was like, oh, you met your sister, you talking to your sister. I was like, oh. So I was like, oh, what's up, sis? I was hitting on my sister, bruh. I was hitting on my sister, bruh.
Inside and attacking the paint. That's an area
I sent her Instagram request. When she accepted, I'm gonna take a screenshot of it. I'm gonna send it to you.
Won't be close for long if they keep giving up dunks like that.
No, it won't, Jay. You're right. A glaring.
She's like, oh, so you talking to your sister? I was like, hey, Ajay. I was hitting on my sister. I didn't even know. I ain't seen my sister in so long, so she looked different than she did. Like, she was prettier last time I seen her, but she is bad, man. I don't know why. My sister's
underrated. He's talented and gives you everything you want from the power forward spot.
I don't know. All I know is she gave me her phone number, and I called. Technically, I was hitting her. I was hitting on my sister, not even though it was my sister.
Some information for us, Doris.
It's like, no, I'm playing. But I'm playing. I wasn't hitting on my sister. I was just trying to see what your reaction was. But when I did walk in, she was staring me down, though. Like, every time I turned around and I looked at her, she was looking at me, and then she looked up when I looked at her and stuff like that. I guess she knew I was her sister, but I mean, her brother,
Getting
but
back to Chris Bosh, it's always difficult to reshape your game around a superstar.
But I didn't recognize her at the time. I was trying to hit on her, though. I was about to walk up to her and be like, can I get your number? You pretty. And then, right when I was about to do that, my grandma took me to say hi to my sister. And I was like, where's she at? And she was like, over there with the blue dress on. I was like, yo, that's crazy. I was about to really hit on my sister and get her number.
And here is Davis, following Chris Bosh's three.
Chris Bosh.
Boy, last season, Hassan Whiteside made a huge
the Eagles
big blocks, big
I so forgot. Classic TJ.
As well. Missed his share of action due to suspensions.
Now, I'm telling you, man, when I'm talking to you about some stuff, some private stuff, bruh, you gotta put your earphones on, because Michaela shouldn't have heard all that conversation.
And that one falls for Davis. And GA, as you said with Whiteside, his fiery attitude flared up a few times last season, and it hurt his team more than once in Miami.
No doubt, it's something that he has got
to
work
is 200. It's 211 to 9
in this league, but he can't have the mental lapses that get him tossed from games and hurt his team.
And both free throws good
it's
for Davis.
211 to 9.
Last year, the Pelicans were a team on the rise, making the playoffs. A solid season overall.
And I'm not even playing on. I'm playing on all the famous 1-minute
what they did
quarters.
away from New Orleans.
Yeah, I mean,
I simcasted. At some point, I had simcasted.
That doesn't sound great, but when you're a young up-and-coming team, one of the things that
I came back and it was 211 to
go in a hostile environment.
I don't know how they only scored 9 points though.
They're going to be building on that confidence.
Here's G. Back to Davis. Just 5 to shoot.
We got. I play with Golden State. They got Steve Nash, Stephen Curry, Ray Allen, Klay Thompson, Harrison Barnes, Draymond Green. Because I had signed Ray Allen. Let's go. Wait. Oh. I want my BC. Give me that BC. Stephen Curry. 27 assists, 23 points, and 8 rebounds. Curry smacked with them hoes. I want my VC, nigga. Damn. What's your dad's new phone number? Cause I want to save. Oh, all right. Cause I want to save it in my phone. Cause I tried calling him, but it was like this phone was not currently available at the time.
Here's Wade, and that one's good. And the Heat lead by 1. Boy, right down to the wire here, Clark. Still anyone's ball game.
Yo, it'd be crazy if I go to the NBA and it'd be crazy if I go to the NBA and then I see my face and then they face scan me and I'm in a game and I look so real. But I think if I do end up going to the NBA,
and Davis pulls it down.
This player, one of the starters gonna go out and then they gonna give me a chance and I'm just start cooking these niggas and then I'm gonna but or you know what I want to be able to be a day one starter. You know what a day one starter is? Yeah, I want to be a day one starter. I don't want to be sitting there back up for Russell Westbrook. Like,
he's finding all kinds of ways to get it done. What a quarter he's had.
Pelicans trail by 3.
Oh,
Evans dishes to Davis.
Hold up. Read it to me real quick. Go on the thing, do the thing. I'm about to put it in my phone. And I don't feel like keep going back to my messages.
Right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
Now here's Dragic. Kicks to Wade.
I feel like I put too much butter.
Passes it to Bosh. The 11-footer. Oh, and that one had the right spin.
I put way too much butter.
Bosh has got 19 points.
I don't think they can ask much more of him than what he's done
that was smart.
Evans kicks to Davis.
See, I think so smart sometimes.
Inside, here's Ajinça. That's in there.
Dom, why you not watching the Eagles game?
Ajinça's got the game tied up here for the Pelicans. For Miami, they've gone 6-9.
All right, Renee with the word.
Since the start of the fourth quarter. Dragic kicks to Wade.
There's no usually on weekends.
Ball's knocked loose. It's stolen by G.
I thought usually on weekends she works.
It's Evans on the wing.
He's
covered by Dang. Pass to Davis.
I'm actually about to go up here, upstairs.
G kicks to Evans.
But first, let me get all this bacon real quick.
Just 4 to shoot.
I got like 8 pieces of bacon and like 8 sausages.
And that one goes long.
Something that kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
The battle to a standstill on the board has really been something to watch. The game's not over yet. We'll see if one of these teams maintains more energy than the other.
I was thinking about calling my sister last night. I texted me. I was like, sister text me. Call me. And she was like, I can't right now because my phone used to card. Thinking about calling her now, but I gotta think about a conversation to talk to her about because I haven't seen her so long, so I don't really have anything to say. I can't be like, yo, sis, how you been, sis? Man, sis. You know what, sis? I'm a this is you. Can't be like that. I am
outside Dragic.
Bye.
And the officials into the backcourt violation. Very careful there.
And those are the kinds of mistakes
while I eat this food, I could turn on an Eagle game down the stretch. And hold on, I think the Panthers is playing too. I want to watch the Panthers today. Up the Eagles.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Wade.
Risky pass in a situation like that. Very lucky. That wasn't
my broken.
Fortunate to get it through. I thought he was headed the other way with that one.
All right.
Shot by Gordon, wide open. That's in there. Davis with the assist. And 11 points for Eric Gordon. Miami's gone 3 of 4 from downtown. 1:56 left in the fourth. From 11 feet away. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. 21 points for Chris Bosh. Chris Bosh really making a difference here.
He just continues to light them up. They're going to have to find a way to make him work harder for his point.
Come on, Heat fans. You know we have something to prove. So let's get up and let him hear
it. There's a minute 47 left in the game. Pass to Davis. And Whiteside sends it back. But they recover it. 6 on the shot clock. It's stolen by Dragic. He kicks the box. Steps back and shoots. Rebounded by Ajinça.
And that's a well-contested shot.
Well, we've seen him before. He does not allow you to just get easy baskets. He's always going to make you work for it.
And it's blocked by Whiteside. And that's out of bounds. New Orleans will retain possession.
Timeout for New Orleans.
Give it up for your Heat dancers.
Goddamn, Buffalo getting cooked.
Evans left side. Davis down low. Whiteside's there. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
It is. I mean, no reason to back off and give him the layup. I mean, much better off making him go to the line.
For Miami, Anthony Davis at the line for 2.
He drops the first one, and that narrows the gap to 1. And so Anthony Davis nails both of them.
He's been to the line here more than in the first. I thought he was a bit tentative in that first, but I like the aggressiveness he's showing here now.
Give it up for your Heat dancers.
Seconds left to play in the final quarter.
Watch out. D-Wade has caught fire.
New Orleans has gone 2 or 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Evans dishes to Davis. puts up the baby hook. Davis can't get that one to fall.
And you know they wanted that one to go in.
They sure did. Would have loved to tie it up right there.
Dragic kicks to Bosh. Can't hit the turnaround jumper. And here are the Pelicans. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Oh, wow, a huge basket to tie the game.
Watch out, Anthony Davis has caught fire.
Give it up for your Heat dancers.
Seconds left in the fourth quarter. To the wing right side. Bosh against Davis. Right side Bosh.
Chris Bosh.
Your heads up aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller man on him and took it straight to the basket.
Give it up for your Heat dancers.
Uncle Reese said, Dom. Uncle Reese said we might not be going anywhere this summer. Right? We might not go anywhere like out of the state. We might go somewhere local. Like I want to go to California.
It's in. He has tied up this game. Oh, what a
But
shot!
I might be going to my aunt's house this summer.
Easy bucket.
So.
Give it up for your Heat dancers.
That's gonna hold up.
Here's Wade. Regulation is ended and we're heading to overtime. And we'll be back right after this. Well, if you're just joining us, this one has been a great one. We've got overtime action now, folks. It'll be the Heat off the tip. And always a good ride in these post-regulation battles. This overtime now looking to be an exciting one. All fueled up and ready to go to overtime basketball here, brought to us by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. So for New Orleans right now, Evans and Gordon are the guard set. Anthony Davis is out there with Alonzo G. And it's Ajinça in at the 5, roaming the paint. Here is Davis following the basket by Chris Bosh. The pass to Ajinça. Shot off the screen, and it's New Orleans scoring again.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg, and when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
Now here's Bosh. The kick out to Dragic. And it's Dang in the corner from outside the arc. That's in, coming off an assist from Dragic. 10 points for Luol Deng.
You might not think of him as a laser three-point shooter, but that shot was there for him, and he had to take it.
New Orleans moving it around. Davis, the pass to Evans. Down low, deflects the pass. Dragic against Gordon. Dragic kicks to Wade. His three-pointers off the mark.
You can't get in a much better position for the three than that. Everything was right on target. It just didn't fall.
And the wide-open shot from Evans. Off target from outside. The Heat leading by 3. Bosh, the screen. Dragic dishes to Bosh. The feed to Dang. Bosh hits the pick for Dang. Back to Bosh. And Davis sends it back. Just about 2 minutes in.
Dom, what you playing?
Period. One a game.
What you playing?
Evans against Bosh. Lets the three fly. Evans can't get that one to fall.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor.
Now Evans running the floor all by himself. And he gets it to go.
I got a missed call.
Okay, Miami, now coming out of the court are your Heat answers. Let them hear ya.
Grandma. Hold on, I'm about to call my uncle.
We're in overtime if you just joined us. 2.5 minutes through it. Dragic kicks to Bosh. Double team on Bosh. Outside Dang. Wade on the wing. The turnaround. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Evans has got his 7th rebound here tonight. Dishes it to Ajinça. The basket good off the assist from Evans. Ajinça's got 4 this quarter.
Just perfect execution. The size mismatch was there, and they went right at it.
Not only perfect execution, how about perfect timing, too?
Bosh kicks to Dragic. Davis with the double team. 5 to shoot. Feeds it to Wade. A 3-ball. Trifecta.
They don't get any bigger than that basket.
They needed it, Greg, and he gave it to him.
Give it up for your.
I bet you said okay.
Heat kicks to Gordon. New Orleans moving the ball around.
It should have been rough in the passer.
Davis, the pass to Gordon. Back to Davis. Count it, and the foul. It's on Chris Bosh.
He's got some serious momentum going right now. He's been great all day. Even last game, he was on fire.
He knocks down the clutch free throw.
No problem for him there. You just know what the result's going to be when he steps to the line in a tight game like this.
Here's Dragic. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Clark, a big-time possession here.
Tell you what, their hearts have to be racing right now.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Evans outside. Down low, here's Davis. And that's an intentional foul.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let him dribble the game out.
Exactly. I mean, you got to stop the clock any way possible and hope they alligator arm a few of those free throws.
He hits the first one, and that will put them up by 2. So he gets them both, and it's a 3-point game.
Yeah, how about the nerves there? Those free throws put them in a very good position. 3 points clear.
Give it up for your Heat dancers.
No, that's a fumble. That's a fumble. That's a fumble. His knee did not hit that ground. That was a fumble.
Dishes to Wade, fires it up. Another miss by Dragic.
Not really sure what he was thinking about on that shot. That is not high IQ basketball.
Not at all. I mean, he shouldn't even have considered taking that shot. Just a poor choice there.
Let me go take this stuff back downstairs before they get home.
So the first one drops, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 5-point game.
That ought to do it. I think any chance for a miracle comeback just went out the window with those threes.
So New Orleans wins it. They escape with a victory. They needed Clark an extra period to get it done.
Well, I think it was one heck of a ball game. Both teams gave great effort, and the bounces just went their way in overtime.
And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
I know.
Tyreek, what was the focus on strategy for this team coming into tonight's game?
You know, we had a meeting today as a team, and we just wanted to come in here and play hard with energy. You know, that's where it starts from.
Everybody know I can select out.
Thank you, Kevin. Amazing what can happen when you play hard.
Thank you, Doris. Great interview once again. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan along with our entire 2K Sports crew. Thanking you for tuning in. Now it's time to head back to the studio with Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny Smith.
The 2K
That's not a fucking brushes, nigga. Dom. Next time you leave out the room, tell me when you leave it. Because I be talking to you, and I be thinking you in the room.
Jordan player of the game. He put up a new season high tonight. And if he keeps shooting like he did tonight before the season's over, he might pop it. A big key to his team's victory.
Yo, I'm cold as
I
heck.
can't imagine a player having a better night from the field than he had tonight. His shooting percentage was off the charts. He used every trick in the book to get those high percentage shots. He shot
I knew he
every
wasn't
direction.
down. I said he
There was
wasn't
a little bit
down.
of luck here and there, but he was on fire.
The job he did down low was fantastic. That's right, fantastic. He had great understanding of the way the defense was set up in the paint. He had a ton of high percentage looks close to the bucket and converted every time. Nice game, real nice game.
And that'll do it for tonight. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and our illustrious 2K Sports crew, this is Ernie Johnson. Have a good night, everybody.